Sky Ridge Medical Center presents the game of the week on WTNB TV. Tonight, the Cleveland Blue Raiders will take on the Bradley Central Bears, live from Bradley. And here we go, open and kickoff. Kick taken and fumbled at the 15-yard line and cut down immediately. So Cleveland will start the game deep in their own territory. Great kickoff coverage by Bradley there.
Bradley set the tone early right there with the first rivalry game. Love to be at.
Well, anytime these two schools get together, it doesn't matter what it's in, you know it's going to be a battle. And we expect that for 48 minutes. Bradley 2-1 on the year, Cleveland 1-2. So here we go, Cleveland opening series from their 15. Handoff right side and drug down immediately, and we're gonna have a flag. I believe that possibly a face mask there, Chris. Of course, Cleveland, under the guidance of first-year coach Scott Cummins, who came from Knoxville, and so this is his first Bradley-Cleveland game. And you know, I'm sure he's been in big rivalries before, but don't know if he's been in one quite this big.
Maybe not one that included 100 years, right?
Right.
So, yeah, I think he'll probably get accustomed. It's hard not to get accustomed to this rivalry living in this area. I'm sure he had a pretty good idea when he came here.
So 2nd and 8, and we've got another flag. We'll wait for the officials to sort this one out, and it's going to be offsides on Bradley. So, off to a slow start. 2 plays, 2 penalties, helping Cleveland get out of the shadow of their own goal line. So that's going to bring up a 1st and 3 now.
Yeah, and that penalty was huge to start the game, too. It got Cleveland out of the shadow of their own goal post there, so they can open up the playbook just a little bit.
They go handoff up the middle and stuffed immediately. So Bradley doing a good job early on of stuffing that run. Now, obviously, they want to make Cleveland throw the ball tonight.
Great crowd on hand tonight, both on the home and visiting side.
Yeah, the stands are full. You don't see this very often, here at Bears Stadium because the bleachers are so big, but there's not a seat to be had on either side tonight. Throw across the middle and dropped. And you can't put the ball in a better place there if you're a quarterback.
Perfect pass by Deshaun Hill. You could see he faked the run and then passed over the middle to Johnson. And that was one of those situations where he just brought the head up a little bit too early before he brought the ball in.
Yeah, I don't know if he was expecting to be hit immediately as he caught it or if he's looking to run because he knew he had room.
Yeah, I think he beat the defender and he was going the distance. I don't see anybody stopping him had he caught that ball.
So here we go, Hill under center now. He'll hand off left side. And again, Bradley right there stuffing the line. In the 2 games I've seen Bradley this year, very impressed with their defensive line. They do a good job of getting some penetration in that backfield. Anytime you can disrupt the timing of that running play, you're going to be successful on defense.
Yep, and we see the defender there make the tackle. It was Hunter Dugan, the inside linebacker, with the tackle there.
So here we go, 3rd and 8 now from the 27. 9:50 first quarter, just on the way here at Bear Stadium. And immediate pressure. And I don't know what happened there, Chris, but he had zero time.
Hunter
to
Dugan
deliver that
again
ball.
with the sack. Yeah, I think that was probably a missed block. If we take a look at that one again, we're going to see pretty easy to get to the quarterback there. You could see that Hill was shocked when Dugan was already in the backfield.
So Seth Garcia will go back to punt for the Blue Raiders, the junior middle linebacker / punter. And Hunter Dugan back to receive the punt.
Carpenter back to receive
Carpenter,
the punt.
I'm sorry.
The always dangerous Carpenter.
A little room, but tripped up. So the Bears will take over at midfield. So we're going to take a short break. Stick with us on WTNB TV.
Tackled by Donald Jones and Zach Willis.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. Open
Cleveland State
ready to help you in any way that it can. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday until 1 p.m. We know how to get the job done, and we know how to make sure that you get the service you deserve.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately.
So back at Bradley Central High School, and Bears on their first play from scrimmage, Cole Copeland, and he was able to hook up
pass play is good for 16 yards and
with Nick Howe, the sophomore wide receiver. So good game for the Bears there, as they'll move the ball down to the 38-yard line.
from the 34-yard line.
And very impressed with Cole Copeland so far this year. Off-season, he put on a lot of muscle, and he has proved very hard to stop so far. Handoff right side, that was Adam Mullis, and he may have picked up a yard or two.
Yeah, we've seen Cole can obviously he can get out and run, but also use his arm as a weapon too. He's a double threat for sure.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
This offense is built for high-powered. You have Tyler Carpenter on the outside, of course. He's always dangerous. We even saw him with the wide receiver pass a couple games ago too against McMinn.
Right. There's Copeland on the keeper up the middle, and no gain right there. You know, and it's no secret. Everybody knows that this Bradley offense runs through Copeland. If you want to stop Bradley on offense, you've got to stop Copeland. You can't let him start running the ball, because then that leads to the play action, and then he hits Carpenter over the top.
Yeah, we saw in that last play Copeland he faked the run and ran up the middle. I like it when he's actually on the outside, because he has the threat to also throw and run.
There's a deep pass down the middle. Touchdown, Bradley. And just as we talk about it,
Tyler Carpenter.
with the touchdown reception.
Look like geniuses up here calling that.
So-
We've seen enough Bradley Central games to know that Copeland to Carpenter is going to happen during a game. It's just how many times is it going to happen.
And that was really easy. And Carpenter's the kind of receiver. He's so big and strong. You have to get a hand on him early as he comes off the line. You can't let him get into his route uninterrupted. So 34-yard touchdown pass from Copeland to Carpenter puts the Bears up 6-0, and the extra point is good. So Bradley leads 7-0, 7:23 first quarter. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Bear Stadium. Bradley on top 7-0. And the kickoff will be taken at about the 15-yard line. And a better return that time for the Blue Raiders out to the 28-yard line. We're going to stay here. And Chris, you know, as we wait to see what the flag is, we just got done talking about the importance of stopping Cole Copeland and his running ability, because if you don't, then that sets up the pass. And no sooner do we get the words out of our mouth and he hooks up 34 yards to Tyler Carpenter.
Yeah, again, we see it all the time. If you watch a Bradley Central game, if you've been here or seen it on TV, that's his favorite target, throwing out to Tyler Carpenter. So, and it's essentially a lot of the same each game too, right? It's a right up the middle, deep, and Carpenter able to get open off the line of scrimmage and become free and wide open.
The weather is right on top of it, so in the event of
Beautiful setting for football. Great night for football. Clouds are a little dark behind us, but we're hoping the rain's going to hold off.
Yeah, I think they said the weather was just above us right now, so if it's like this, good to go tonight.
There's a pass out to the flat for a pickup of about 3 or 4 yards. And, you know, Chris, we'll get back to talking about Cleveland. Scott Cummins, first year, comes from Knox West, comes down here. He's got to have some time to get his offense situated. And, you know, Cleveland 1-2 on the year. People saying, oh, what's wrong with the Blue Raiders after the year they had last year. But it takes time to install your offense.
Well, when Coach Cummings was asked what was going to be different this year, he said the offense is going to be different, the defense is going to be different, the special teams is going to be different. So, as you said, there's a live ball.
There's a fumble, but Cleveland able to pounce on it, but that's going to be a loss of about 7 yards, so back at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, heads-up play there by the running back, Keegan Jones, to fall on that ball to prevent a bad play from being much worse.
But, you know, it takes time to get your players accustomed to your system and give Coach Cummins a lot of credit. When he came here, he started reaching out to the middle school. They're going to run his offense. He started a city youth football league to get those kids prepared that'll be coming to Cleveland. So it may take a year or two, but he's going to get Cleveland on the right track.
I see Cleveland in a long 3rd and 20 backed up.
Yeah. Their quarterback draw and cut down about the 12-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 4th and long, and Cleveland will be forced to punt again. 5:44 left. First quarter, Bradley on top 7-0 at a packed Bear Stadium. I feel like the whole town of Cleveland is out here for this game. And that's what makes this rivalry so neat. Everybody lives in the same town. You know, it's divided. You either went to Bradley or Cleveland. You have an opinion one way or the other.
Yeah, and for those who are watching that aren't familiar with it, the schools are only a couple miles away from each other, too.
And, of course, they used to play a lot back in the day. Then they took a break and started a rivalry back a couple years ago, and it's been fun. There's a fair catch by Carpenter.
Rugby-style kick there by Seth Garcia. I like it.
So we're going to stay right here as the Bears will come back out pretty quickly on offense and see what they can do on their second drive as Bradley is on top 7-0.
I'm going to go ahead and take the time to thank Skyridge Medical Center for sponsoring the game of the week. So without Skyridge Medical Center, none of this would be possible, so I want to thank them.
Exactly. 1st and 10 from the 44. Copeland hands off and stuffed immediately for no gain. And that was Devin Moore, the tailback, 6 foot, 195-pound sophomore. Of course, Bradley dropping a heartbreaker last week to Science Hill right here at Bear Stadium.
You know what I've liked about Bradley's offense, I know we talked about Tyler Carpenter, but they use a lot of weapons both in the running game and in the passing game. They're not short of weapons, that's for sure.
No, they're not. 2nd and 9, throw deep down the middle again, intended for Carpenter, and just led him a little too much right there.
Yeah, there's Robert Anderson on the coverage there. It's a pretty tough matchup when you get that safety on Tyler Carpenter out there in the open.
You see Carpenter, he's trying back to the huddle with his thumb in the air like, hey, we've got that all night long, whenever you want it.
I think he's saying, you lay that up.
But that is there all night long whenever they want it.
A little bit more, and it is a little windy, and it is at Cole Copeland's back right now, so that's why that pass could have sailed, and it just picked up in probably the last 2 minutes.
Right. There's a pass out to the right.
You saw that pass was a little high too, so the wind literally just picked up on these last 2 plays. You can see the wind on the goalpost there. So
we can feel some drops at our back, so we may get a little bit of weather here. And, of course, that would help Cleveland, I would think. You know, Bradley likes to throw the ball. At wet football, it's going to be a little tough to throw. So here we go, 4th and 9. Bradley's going to go for it as it's too long for a field goal and too short to punt. 4th and 3.
It's a risky play this early in the game in the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I like the call, though.
Of course you do.
Pass across the middle to Carpenter, and there we go. That's there all night, like we said. Cleveland has got to find a way to jam Carpenter at the line, or they're going to do that all night long.
Cleveland actually had 2 defenders on Carpenter there, but they just didn't do a good job. They're letting him get off the line of scrimmage way too easy, and once he gets going, he's a great route runner. You know, I don't think he's the fastest guy, but he's a great route runner and gets open. And Cole Copeland and Tyler Carpenter clearly have a great connection.
Well, you know, it's almost like the game last night with Gronkowski. He's so big and strong, you've got to jam him at the line, and Carpenter is the same way. There we go, handoff right side, no gain.
It's Devin Moore on the carry. Let's just point out, too, so you see a lot of both the Cleveland and Bradley Central players, especially the offensive line, that have the actual padding on the helmets, too, to help with the concussion prevention. So that's a great thing, a great product that a lot of the schools are using now. We see it every week. You know, there's 2 or 3 players. Tonight, you know, probably the most we've seen. Most of the offensive line for Bradley Central has them tonight. Yeah,
3 on the offensive line and several on the secondary. There's Copeland on the keeper, and he shows just how tough he is to bring down as he takes it down to about the 3-yard line. And now we have a flag. So Bradley, Cleveland, you expect a little trash talking, and somebody carried it a little too far right there.
Yeah, I think some of the Bradley Central players came to Cole Copeland's defense there. Took a shot right there at the end that it looked like they didn't care for it too much. So let's see who the flag's on though. Don't they say it's usually the second guy that does it?
It's always the second guy in that gets in trouble. The officials usually don't see the first one, but they see the second one.
Yeah.
We apologize if you can hear the wind whipping through our microphones, but the wind has picked up considerably here in the last 10 minutes. And we're going to have offset and penalties right there. So Bradley will still have the ball at the 3-yard line.
Looks like we got a pair of unsportsmanlike penalties. 1 for each side. They're going to offset.
You know, and you talked about the concussion padding. Last year, a lot of the officials weren't sure. There's a lot of questions of whether that could be worn.
Looks like we got a timeout by Cleveland here.
There's a lot of questions whether that can be worn. This year it is legal. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more football action on WTMB TV.
Save yourself some valuable time and money by doing the right thing the first time and stopping by our service center.
here we go, back at Bradley.
See Copeland with the touchdown run.
All right, so Bradley goes up 13-0, 3:07 left. And the extra point getting ready to be tried. And there it is. The referees are calling the game, suspending it right now for weather. So we are in a weather delay at Bradley Central High School.
I think we're safe under this metal roof, right?
Yeah, I'm sure we are. I tell you what, you stay up here and let me know.
Obviously, this is for not only the player safety, but also the fan safety. They're opening up the gymnasium for any spectators that need to go inside to get out of the weather.
And we have not seen any lightning, but they're expecting some in the area, and the rain is starting to fall. So that is why they're pulling the teams off the field.
And it got real dark real fast.
No lightning yet, but better safe than sorry.
So pending the point after, it's 13-0 Bradley Central Bears over the Cleveland Blue Raiders.
And
We'll take a break and be right back with the Sky Ridge Medical Game of the Week.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, where the Bears are on top 14-0. We are back from a weather delay. So we picked up with the extra point. It was good. Bradley leads 14-0 over Cleveland. 2:52 left, first quarter.
Nasty weather delay. Nasty.
I'll tell you what, we got out of here as quick as we could, grabbed some papers, and headed down to the truck, but looks like we should have good weather the rest of the way, hopefully.
You've never seen Brian run so fast in your life.
You thought somebody was chasing me. And there's really Cleveland's first positive offensive play of the game right there. A little swing pass out there to the flat.
Keegan Jones on the reception.
Yeah, nice pickup of 7 yards. Welcome back. WTNB presents the Game of the Week, presented by Sky Ridge Medical Center, Bradley, Cleveland. We'd like to go ahead and thank all of our sponsors that make this possible. Sky Ridge Medical Center, Logan Thompson Law, Kyle Motors, Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint, and Keystone Solutions. Thank you to all of them, allowing us to bring you great high school football action all year long on WTNB. Handoff up the middle, and Bradley stuffs it. So that was a 4th and 2. And Cleveland going for it, trying to get something going, and Bradley doing a good job. Chris, let's look at the replay.
Yeah, great penetration there by number 47 of Bradley. That's Ryan Still.
Still able again to backfield and disrupt that play. So Bradley will take over at the 47-yard line, and we'll see how this weather delay has affected the Bradley offense, because they were on fire to start the game.
And I think that was a good opportunity to switch field positions there for Cleveland. Had they punted, they would have backed Bradley up for the first time tonight, but instead they give Cole Copeland the ball at the 50-yard line.
And there's Copeland sacked in the backfield, so Cleveland opens up and finally able to get some pressure and disrupt that Bradley offense. So here we go, 2:10 left, first quarter. Bradley on top, 14-0. They've got the ball, 2nd and 14 on the 49-yard line. Copeland rolls right, throws, and that is complete. And that was complete to Nick Howe.
And we talked about that before the weather delay. When Cole Copeland gets out and runs out to the right, he's a double threat at that point. He's really hard to stop because of that play right there.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 at the 46. Bradley in control this game so far. Copeland rolling left under pressure. And he'll keep it, but he'll be chased out of bounds. Nowhere close to that first down. So now decision time.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Cleveland Blue Raiders there. Defense stepped up after, what I thought was a questionable fourth down call there for Cleveland.
Right.
Good stop, though.
So Bradley will punt, and Cleveland will look to get pretty good field position out of this, hopefully. That's a good kick as it takes a bounce, out of bounds at around the 17-yard line. So Cleveland will take over from there. We'll stay right here as, Chris, we reset the game. And we want to thank all of our viewers for staying with us. We've had numerous weather technical difficulties, but we are back, and you will be able to see the full broadcast tomorrow at 11:30 on Channel 5 right here on WTNB, and again on Sunday at 11:30. So if you've missed any action, catch it then, but stick with us the rest of the night as we expect no more weather delays, hopefully, and we hope to bring you the rest of this great rivalry. And we do see some lightning off the area. I don't know if the refs have noticed that, but I don't know if it's moving away from us or.
Well, we have a better vantage point up where we're at, too, since this field is actually, those of you who haven't been here, it's down,
Yeah, it does
from ground
sit down.
level.
It's sunken down into the.
Great place to watch a football game.
It is beautiful. And we are up here surrounded by nothing but metal. So let's hope the lightning is moving away from us. All right, so 2nd and 9, 37 seconds left to go, first quarter. And it's Cleveland trying to get something going here on offense.
And they had a good beginning to the drive when their last offensive possession before going forward on fourth down. Here we see a good run.
There it is. That was number 21, Keegan Jones, the sophomore running back. And he is close to a first down. And they will give him the first down. Jay Sean Hill is the quarterback for Cleveland.
Yeah, see Keegan go around the outside.
Yep. Jay Sean is a junior. As he tries to lead this Cleveland offense down for a score. 9 seconds to go in the quarter. Cleveland will get one final playoff. A little read option there ahead for 3 yards, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Bradley leads 14-0. Stay with us. We'll be back with more football action on WTNB.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
When I was accused of a crime, my liberty was hanging in the balance. My legal rights mattered to me, so I went to the professionals at Logan Thompson Law. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
I was having trouble sleeping at night. I couldn't be comfortable on my right shoulder or my left shoulder. I came to Dr. Palmer, and the x-ray showed I did have 2 bone spurs. The surgery that Dr. Palmer did for me was a reverse ball and joint of the right shoulder. I can wave in the air and reach behind me, do all the things I need to do now. So I'm so thrilled to have Dr. Palmer in my life and the surgery that he did for me.
Back at Bradley Central High School, start of the second quarter, and we'll have whistles as I believe somebody may have been moving for the Blue Raiders. Yes, false start. Bradley leads 14-0. Start of the second quarter here from Bear Stadium.
In a game like this, it took Cleveland Actually, they never really got in a rhythm before the weather delay, and now they kind of have to start all over again. Again, they did gain some yards on their first offensive possession after the weather delay, but chose not to flip the field. So we'll see if this time what they do if it comes down to 4th down.
There's a pass deep down the right side and short. Jay-Sean Hill was looking for Skylar Davis, the junior wide receiver, but comes up just a little bit short. So that'll bring up 3rd and 15 from the 25. 11:53 left, second quarter. And, you know, Chris, for a team that's struggling to find their offensive identity like Cleveland, I don't know if that weather delay was necessarily a bad thing. It gave them a chance to kind of talk about what they're looking at on that Bradley defense and hopefully make some adjustments.
Yeah, and I would have thought, again, that first possession after the weather delay, they did look better. They got stuffed on the 4th and 2, but they did move the ball a little bit. Unfortunately, this series has been marred by a penalty and then
Draw play right side, and that was number 10, or I'm sorry, that was
10.
Anthony Elder, yep. So he'll be shoved out of bounds short. So Cleveland will punt. 11:47 left, second quarter, and Bradley looks to probably get good field position. Carpenter back deep for the Bears to receive the punt. Seth Garcia will handle the punting duties for the Blue Raiders as he barely gets that one off.
he went away from the rugby punt that time.
That was real close to getting blocked. And Carpenter takes a fair catch at the 29-yard line. As Bradley will take over, we'll stay right here. Bradley offense has been clicking on all cylinders so far, and yeah, that duo of Copeland and Carpenter proven very hard to stop. Of course, Bradley is the more experienced team. Cleveland is very young, so you expect to see the Bears pretty much doing what they please on offense.
Yeah, and Cleveland lost a lot last year on offense and defense.
You see a little inside handoff for no gain.
And this is the 3rd quarterback we've seen start from Cleveland in the last year also.
Right. That was Devin Moore who carried for no gain right there.
I want to congratulate you.
I tell you what, I'll give the crowd credit. Still good crowd on hand. Not too many people left. They waited patiently through the rain delay. Bradley was nice enough to open up their gym and allow the fans to go in there and wait it out. Down the middle looking for Carpenter, and that was broken up by number 14, Tadarius Brown, the senior. Great play right there by Brown.
Yeah, that ball was a little underthrown for Carpenter. Yeah, I think he wanted that ball put it out a little bit, and Cole Copeland got away with one there.
I think I know what the Cleveland defense heard during the break. Stop Carpenter. I don't care what you do.
Put 3 guys on
Stop
Carpenter. We see the replay.
Great play.
Yeah, it just comes over. That's a great play.
So here we go, 3rd and 10 from the 30. The wide receiver screen that will go nowhere. So Cleveland defense playing much better after the break, and Bradley will be forced to kick it away. So now you see slowly Cleveland is starting to flip the field here.
We see the replay trying to set up the screen, and the defense was all over it.
Yeah. Good defensive effort there by the Blue Raiders. Low snap. High kick, short. But it takes a Bradley bounce all the way down to about the 37-yard line where it was down there. So the Blue Raiders will come out on offense. As you see, down 14-0, 10:09 left. Second quarter, that should say.
Yeah, the defense for Cleveland has really responded since the break.
They have. Give them credit. They've stepped up.
And they, let's be honest, too, that was really good for their coaching staff, I'm sure, to go back there and say, listen, you have to stop Carpenter, right? Because they threw to him at will in the first quarter.
So here we go, Hill under center now. Sets up the screen, but it's sniffed out. Great play right there by number 1, Jay Pearson for Bradley. And Pearson did a great job, Chris, right there. He was not fooled by that screen.
Yeah, and we called Jay Pearson's name a lot during the McMinn game. And tonight, this is the first time that we've called his name, but he's been involved in a lot of plays for that defense already. There's a lot of playmakers on that defense as well for Bradley.
Handoff inside. Gain of 4 right there for the Blue Raiders. If you're Cleveland right now, you're just looking to pick up a couple of first downs. You just want to be able to sustain a drive. You've had numerous 4 and outs. We're just looking to put together 2 or 3 first downs, see if maybe you can at least get a field goal, something before halftime. Just a pitch out left side. Oh, and there's a hit, and there's that man, Jay Pearson. He heard you. He said, really? You haven't called my name? Okay.
Well, that's twice that's happened tonight. So Elder took was on the receiving end there of the Jay Pearson hit.
What a hit. We heard that one up here.
We saw his athletic ability in the McMinn game.
Yeah,
we're seeing it here again.
He's made numerous plays. Garcia back to punt again. Carpenter standing at the 25 for the Bears, ready to receive the punt. 8:15 and counting, second quarter. And they'll try to kick away from Carpenter. He goes over, fields it, fumbles, but able to fall on it. So he'll hold on to it there, and Bradley will take over. 8:04 left, second quarter.
Everywhere I go, people want to know about the knees, and I tell them Dr. Hutchison did them, and I do recommend this place. Everywhere I go and I talk about my knees, I always tell them, you got to go see Dr. Hutchison, because he just cares enough to really fix the problems. He did such a good job for me, and I'm just eternally grateful.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Bears Stadium. On a 1st and 10, the inside handoff to Adam Mullis lost 3 yards. So Bradley now facing a 2nd and 13 from the 23-yard line. And Chris, I would say we'll have an abbreviated halftime after that long rain delay. I don't expect a long halftime at all, as they will try to finish this game as quickly as possible. And there's Devin Moore, the 6 foot, 195-pound sophomore tailback on the carry.
You know that there's young men playing this game today, because the way they only spent about 3 or 4 minutes warming up before they started the game after the weather delay. I'm pretty sure I pulled a hammy just watching them just run out there immediately.
Bradley didn't warm up at all. Cleveland was stretching and everything. Yeah, you and I, we would need an hour notice. We would have been down there stretching.
I would have said, you shut this thing down. You got to wait 24 hours before it heats back up. So,
yeah, when you're young, it doesn't bother you. Copeland now rolling out, throws complete right side, and that was Nick Howe, the 5'11" sophomore. So great throw, and you see Copeland's arm strength right there.
Yeah, and again, that's the rollout we talk about. He rolls out to the right. We see Copeland go through his progressions and finds Nick Howe after he breaks on his route.
What a great throw on the run right there by Copeland. I can't tell you how hard that is to do as a quarterback, to make an accurate throw while you're running.
And again, he has the ability out there they have to turn around and look in the backfield because they have to account for Cole Copeland running with the football.
Oh, yeah.
Before you know it, he's going to run around the end. And
Yeah, you turn your back on him, and he'll just take off, and he's 30 yards downfield before you even know what happened.
yeah, Devin Moore on the carry there for about a half yard. Let's call it no gain. 2nd and 10.
I'm disappointed. We haven't had a measurement tonight. I'm ready for you to make another call.
I think I'm like 5-0. I mean,
You are 5-0. I'm waiting for you to mess up. The guys in the truck have a pool on when you're going to miss your first measurement. 6:03 left, second quarter. Bradley on top, 14-0. As the Bears have been in complete control of this one.
trying to hurry up. 4 on the play clock.
Gets the snap off with 2. There's the keeper. There's all kinds of room right side. And that's another Bradley first down. And there you see the speed. Not only can he throw the ball, but he can get to the edge.
Yeah, and you saw Bradley spread it out just a little bit. You have to account for the wide receivers in this offense. But if you take your eye off him for 1 second, he's taken off.
Unfortunately, there's a holding call right there on Bradley, so that's going to negate the first down. Now take Bradley back. And that's unfortunate because that holding call was really away from the play. Had really nothing to do with where Copeland was running.
Looks like there's going to be a 2nd and 15.
Second and 17 from the 36-yard line. Bradley still has all 3 of their timeouts. Cleveland has 2. Copeland brings him to the line, out of the gun. Under pressure, rolls. Throws, tipped and intercepted. And what a play right there by Romeo Weichel, the sophomore. Great job, great concentration. As he was able to come up with the interception and keep his feet in
Yeah, and it
bounds.
looks like Copeland forced this a little bit. He was getting pressure. You saw looks like tip by
Let's look at that.
number 44, it looks like, with the tip. There was actually 3 Cleveland players around there, so we said you got to double team him. And so you got 44 and
That's
14.
Ben Wyrick.
Tadarius Brown is right there as well.
Yeah. So Brown and
So
Wyrick.
they had him, but that's an example. They had him bracketed. They had 2 people under and 1 over the top, and the one over the top was actually able to make the interception.
There's a screen pass, all kinds of room. Left side. Cuts it down, and now it'll be down to the 20-yard line. And right there, that is Cleveland's biggest play of the game so far, Chris, on a little screen pass.
Yeah, we've seen the screen pass, unsuccessful a few times. But we've seen Keegan have some success running the football. So getting him out in space, obviously he can make some moves.
Look at the job he did right there.
The downfield blocking is great.
And Jay-Sean Hill did a great job of drawing the defense in with that screen. He continued to backpedal. It's a great play right there. So 1st and 10 from the 21. And Hill, they hit in the backfield for a loss of about 4. So tried a little option play right there, but Bradley had that well covered. And going back to that interception, Chris, I think that was a little bit of an ill-advised pass by Copeland. You know, sometimes when you have as strong as arm as him, you tend to trust it. And not necessarily a bad thing, but thrown into 3 a receiver covered by 3 defenders probably wasn't the best pass.
Yeah, and we should probably correct that. I said 3 defenders, but really there was 2 receivers in the vicinity, so the routes were they were scrambling at that point because their quarterback was trying to get open. But there were definitely 2 people on. We got a penalty here on Bradley.
Pass down the left side, and that was Skylar Davis, the intended receiver, and he was interfered with. So Cleveland's going to be in good field position right there.
See, he'll go back to pass. Just a little tug there.
That's Trayvon Ware on the coverage. And I believe he hooked the receiver right there, and that's what the ref called. 4:37, second quarter. Bradley up 14-0. But Cleveland is knocking on the door. Scores of interest. Walker Valley at the end of their first quarter, they were also in a weather delay. They lead Coffee County 10-6.
Important for Walker Valley this week to get a W. Starting out the season 1-2, obviously not what they were looking for.
Yeah, they suffered a tough loss to McMinn County last week. So here we go. 2nd and 2 from the 14-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. And a pickup of 3, and that's going to be close to a first down. And they won't even measure. So first down Cleveland, 1st and goal. 4:32 left.
See the replay of Elder taking the handoff. He's got to be hard to see for those defensive linemen as well. He's not a very big back, but he's very, very fast. You see those feet move twice as fast as anybody else just about.
I tell you, linebackers hate those small backs because they get lost behind the offensive line. You're not sure which way he's going.
See Keegan Jones back in the backfield for the Blue Raiders.
Hill under center. Hands off. And down at the 1, but he fumbled, but was he down first? Cleveland signaling touchdown, but I believe it's going to be just short. We'll see what the ruling on the field is. And they are going to roll him down at the 1-yard line.
See the replay? Looks like he lost the football just as he was reaching out.
He reached out, yeah. No, and he never did lose it. Good job. Good job of holding it.
If anything, the ground would have cost it anyway, so it would have been Cleveland's ball.
Good
but
job.
You never know in high school football. No replays.
No whistle, right.
We saw in week 1 that it's a fine line between between the correct call and these plays just happen so fast. So
2nd and 1 from the 1. Cleveland looking to get on the board here. Quarterback keeper up the middle. And Jay-Sean Hill takes it in, and Cleveland is on the board with their first touchdown at 3:20 to go in the second quarter. And it is game on here from Bradley.
Yeah, now we got both sides of the ball for Cleveland playing well. You had the defense after the weather delay come up and support the offense because they did nothing the first 2 series on offense. But now you get both sides of the ball. We're going to have ourselves a ball game tonight, fellas.
Cleveland says, hey, don't sleep on us. We're not done yet. So the extra point is up and good. So Cleveland down 14-7, 3:20 left. We'll take a short break. Be back after this.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I received the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to. I heard you first.
Kickoff into the end zone for a touchback there. So welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Bear Stadium. Sky Ridge Medical Center presents the game of the week on WTNB. 3:20 left, second quarter. Bradley on top, 14-7. Chris, like we talked about, all year long we'll be bringing you some of the best games from around the state. Next week we are down at Ottawa for what I anticipate to be one of the best games of the year. Ray County going to Ottawa. Of course, Ray County last year hammered Ottawa in the playoffs 42-14. So I would say the Owls are going to be looking for a little bit of a revenge.
Yeah, and the Owls, I wouldn't say they're in a rebuilding year, but they did lose some key pieces from last year's team. Of course, you know what Ray County's gonna do. Keep that ball on the ground, run. until you can't stop it anymore.
Right, they run that veer offense, which is extremely hard to stop if you've never faced it, which is actually what Scott Cummins wants to install here in Cleveland. Just trying to get the right personnel to do that. But once he gets his personnel in, expect Cleveland to be very tough to stop, just like Ray County. But can't wait for next week's game. Ray County at Ottawa. So join us all year long on WTMB's Game of the Week presented by Skyridge Medical Center. Thank you very much to them. 2nd and 9 from the 21. 2:40 left, second quarter. Bears looking to get on track here after that weather delay. Wyrick right there for Cleveland, able to shove him out of bounds after a pickup of about 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 from the 21-yard line. You see the weather delay, I think, affected both teams a little bit different. Cleveland came out. You've seen they've been able to make the adjustments. And Bradley is struggling a little bit to find that rhythm that they had going there in the first quarter. So 3rd and 4 from the 26, second quarter. Copeland looking to throw. Has all day. Now a little outlet pass incomplete. He was looking for number 15, Lamar Tucker, but unable to hook up there. Again, that's going to bring up 4th and 4.
Yeah. Again, a late pass by Cole Copeland while he was scrambling. That's not what he wants to do.
Now, there you go. You see the replay.
Yeah, and again, that's the second play, though, where there's been 2 receivers in the same spot, too.
Right.
You had 3 defenders on 2 receivers during the interception. And there you see 2 Bradley Central receivers were running almost into each other at that point.
There you see the punt is picked up by number 21, Keegan Jones. And he'll pick up about 3 yards before he's hit hard. So we'll keep it right here. We are joined in the booth by our on-field reporter who, don't blame her for not wanting to venture down on the field tonight. A little too dangerous. Welcome, Tatum.
Thanks so much, Brian. I'm going to give a quick update on some scores we have here on social media. We have a pretty large triumph with McMinn Central, 27 over Polk County at 14. We also have Coffee County is trailing behind Walker Valley 6-10. Baylor is making a huge win over Howard, 45-0. That's the latest we have right now on some of the scores, local scores around. Stay up to date and we'll have some more for you. Back to you, Brian.
Great, thanks, Tatum. So 1:53 left to go here in the half. 2nd and 2 from the 36-yard line, Cleveland. Looking to try to see if they can get some more points on the board before the halftime break. And there's a great spin move. That was number 7, Treasure Johnson, who's able to pick up the first down.
Eldridge is tough to take down. He may be the smallest running back on the field, maybe the smallest player on the field, but he's still a tough running back to take down.
Bradley's going to go ahead and take a timeout, so we'll be back with more action here on WTMB.
I was having pain in my upper back and in my neck area, which was really more of a chronic pain that I've dealt with for a year or 2. My husband recommended that I come to Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint, and I saw Dr. Matt McCartney. In a very short time, I was able to get relief in both my lower back and my upper back. I walked in with pain, and the pain was almost completely gone when I walked out of his office. I would highly recommend the physicians at Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint. I'm very happy with the results.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday until 1 p.m. We know how to get the job done, and we know how to make sure that you get the service you deserve.
Central High School, Skyridge Medical Center presents the Game of the Week on WTMB. 14-7, Bradley leads. Second quarter, 1:33 left to go. Cleveland has the ball close to midfield, looking to see if they can tie this game before halftime. Man in motion right there. Hill scrambling and finally hit and sacked down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah,
You got to learn to get rid of the ball with your quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to have to burn a timeout here. I'm sure Coach is going to explain that right here. So he has ample time as he steps back. The pocket starts to collapse a little bit. This is where he needs to get rid of the football. Find someone on the sideline, throw it 20 yards over their head at that point. But unfortunately, now that's going to leave them with lose a timeout there with only 1:22 to go in the quarter. Make it a little bit tougher to march down the field.
Yeah, as a quarterback, you have to have that internal clock in your head. You have to know when to get rid of the ball. You either got to scramble or just throw it away. You can't take a sack right there and force your team to take a timeout. Only one timeout left now, 1:22 left at the half. Before the half, I should say.
I would say it's been a tale of two halves, but it's been a tale of two first halves.
It feels like two halves.
It does feel like two halves.
It feels like we've been here all night.
Yeah, we saw Bradley Central dominate in the first part of the first quarter before the weather delay. Since then, we saw both defenses step up and stop the offense, and now Cleveland's within a touchdown with 1:22 to go. Second down and 18.
There's that screen pass again. Left side, and again, they find success, but a big hit right there. That was number 26, Matt Harbaugh, on the carry. And the tackle was made, Chris, by number 25, Zach Peak. Great job there. Watch this.
Keegan Jones on the
kick. Keegan Jones.
Yeah. It's all right, Brian. Keegan Jones.
Hey.
You could say the golfer,
the numbers
Keegan
look
Bradley.
a lot alike from down here, up here.
Well, you are hitting that age where maybe you need to get your eyes checked a little bit more frequently.
Would you like to say Bradley County again and make some more people
I
mad?
I think I said Bradley Central all night. Just a reminder as we see what this flag is for. Looks like it's going to be a false start on Cleveland. Reach out to us and follow us at WTMB-TV on Twitter. And also, of course, like us on Facebook. Join the conversation. High school football. Make fun of Brian.
Make fun of Chris for saying Bradley County.
I got blown up on Twitter last week, and I responded.
Check out the picture of all of us shoved in the truck together during the weather delay.
Yeah, you can see a great picture. You can also see, apparently my press pass resembles or is Will Ferrell.
There's Jones again on the screen pass, able to elude one defender, takes another big hit.
Which I'm pretty sure if you gave my wife the choice between me and Will Ferrell, I think I would lose. So
I think she'd take Will Ferrell. After we were all shoved in the truck there, Tatum demanded her own dressing room for next week's game. I don't think she liked being shoved in the truck with a bunch of smelly guys.
I'm in for that.
No, you don't get your own separate trailer.
No, I'm
Just
in for that too. Buffet. I think I requested some food in there.
No, we're sticking you out in the weather next time.
Okay.
We're actually getting pretty close to your bedtime, aren't we? 9:35 here.
Yeah, 4th and 7, about 28 seconds to go here. The clock running down.
Cleveland doesn't seem to be in much of a hurry here to get another playoff. As you see Coach Cummins over there, he'll call timeout now with 19 seconds left.
And the clock continues to run.
Everybody's having technical difficulties.
The good thing about tonight is we can blame everything on the weather.
Yep, the weather gets blamed for everything. We're going to stay here as this will be a. Okay, well, actually, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more action.
My name is Preston West, owner of Keystone Solutions. We specialize in helping small businesses with their IT needs, whether it's hardware or software or computer issues, servers, networks, kind of anything that's under the IT umbrella is what we take care of. We want to be it, if you will. When people are looking for IT help, we want to be the person that you call and the person that you think of first.
Bradley Central High School, where Bradley leads 14-7 over Cleveland. 18 seconds left to go. 4th and 7 for the Blue Raiders from the 49-yard line. And they will go ahead and punt this ball. But Bradley doesn't look like they're going to put anybody back to return this. I'm not sure if they actually believe Cleveland's going to kick this, but they will. And Zach Carpenter tried to pick up the ball, and he fumbled, but able to fall on it. So Carpenter gave all the Bradley fans a little bit of a scare there as he was very close to that ball, decided to try and pick it up. Very fortunate to fall on it. Nah, you got to get away from it right there. So 9 seconds to go here, second quarter, as Bradley will come out, and we'll see what they'll try to do right here. They're just going to go ahead and knee it. And again, we expect an abbreviated halftime after that long weather delay. There you see the knee by Copeland. Now will do it. So at the end of the first half, it is Bradley 14, Cleveland 7. We'll take a break and be back with the second half here on WTNB TV.
Winners, and I'm here to talk to you about my lifelong passion, affordable mattresses and home furnishings. At Mattress and Furniture Expo, we've got you covered. From brand name to brand name, and even more brand names. We've got a wide variety of brand names to cover all the price points you want to hit, and you don't have to deal with Dave trying to take all your money. Here at the Mattress and Furniture Expo, our prices are so comfortable, they'll put you to sleep. But in a good way, of course.
Hello, my name is Bill Kyle, owner of Kyle Motors. We are located at 802 20th Street Southeast. That's one block from Five-Hour School, one block from Dalton Highway. We have a lot of cars on our lot. A lot of them are $5,000 and less. We have great financing. We also have Carfax. If you want to see a copy of the Carfax, all you have to do is ask for it. If you're looking for a car under $5,000, come by and see us.
When I was denied my Social Security benefits, I turned to the legal professionals at Logan Thompson Law. When it mattered to me, I chose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
With Marco's new Roma Meats Pizza, a little Italy goes into every bite. We pile on premium toppings, like our signature Old World pepperoni, Italian sausage, mushrooms, and crispy bacon. Get a large for just $12.99 at marcos.com.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. We're one of the largest Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area, and we have plenty of other brands for you to choose from. Our loyal mechanics have been with us for years, and each one works to ensure that you receive the timely performance you need. If you're looking for quality hometown service, then you found the right place. Save yourself some valuable time and money by doing the right thing the first time and stopping by our service center.
I was having trouble sleeping at night. I couldn't be comfortable on my right shoulder or my left shoulder. I came to Dr. Palmer, and the x-ray showed I did have 2 bone spurs. The surgery that Dr. Palmer did for me was a reverse ball and joint of the right shoulder. I can wave in the air and reach behind me, do all the things I need to do now. So I'm so thrilled to have Dr. Palmer in my life and the surgery that he did for me.
I'm Tony Sism, sales manager at Kyle Motors. Come by and pick out your SUV, truck, or car today. If we don't have it, we'll get it for you. Come by at 802 20th Street Southeast, Cleveland, Tennessee, 1 block from Five-Hour School, 1 block from Dalton Pike. I'm Tony Sism, sales manager of Kyle Motors, home of the $5,000 car.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Bear Stadium. And as you can see, the rain has started to fall again. And we are at halftime. 14-7, Bradley leads. And we are joined back in the press box by Tatum. And Tatum, you have some more scores for us?
I sure do. We've got the Red Raiders here, which I believe is East Hamilton. They are just barely losing right now to the Mustangs. Walker Valley Mustangs have just regained a lead at 13-12. Grace Academy, similar, very similar score, barely losing right now to Silverdale for 14-13. We also have an update on Signal Mountain is trailing behind Tyner at 0-7. And as Brian already said, we're at halftime. Bradley County's at 14, Cleveland at 7. This has been a pretty exciting game with the rain delays and everything, but have more updates for you coming very soon.
All right, thank you, Tatum. So there you go. You heard Walker Valley leads Coffee County 13-12. So as we talked about earlier tonight, Chris, Walker Valley trying to get back on the win track after dropping a tough one to McMinn last week and leading 13-12 close to halftime. That'd be a big win for the Mustangs. Really don't want to say a must-win game this early in the season, but pretty close to a must-win for Walker Valley.
Well, it's a big week for them as well as it is for Cleveland. Right, Cleveland comes into this game at 1-2. They'd love Walker Valley and Cleveland would be ecstatic to be at 500 after being where they were a couple weeks ago as well. So we'll see. I mean, like you said, it's not a must-win, but as the season goes along, those wins are going to be at a premium, and the teams are only going to get better as we go along as well. So.
Yeah, the good news for Cleveland is this is not a district game anymore. So Bradley, of course, in the Super 32 this year, which if you're not familiar with that, there's 32 of the largest high schools in the state of Tennessee, all in one classification. All 32 will go to the playoffs regardless of their record, and Bradley is in that. And, of course, they played their first game in that new region or district, however you want to call it, last week against Science Hill and dropped a heartbreaker here at Bear Stadium. Copeland and the Bears actually had the ball down at their goal line ready to score and fumbled. So I tell you what, as the band plays here and the rain continues to fall, we're going to take a quick break and we will be back with more halftime wrap-up, and then we'll come back with the start of the second half. So stick with us on WTNB TV, Game of the Week presented by Sky Ridge Medical Center.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
Like 20. We're going to cut to you in about a little bit of time, like half a minute, something like that. I'm going to count you down. Okay. Yeah.
Cleveland. Welcome back to Bradley County High School in Bear Stadium. Start of the second half, Cleveland will kick off. And Chris, just shows you what I know. I thought we'd have an abbreviated halftime. Nope, full halftime. And flag on the kickoff. We're going to have offsides on the Blue Raiders.
Don't see that very often.
No.
Referee will
So we will do it again. Bradley on top, 14-7. As Cleveland was able to, after the weather delay, get their offense on track and get on the board, and their defense also looked very good there.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense kept them in it when we got back from the weather delay, I guess in the second half of the first half.
It was. I mean, I feel like we've been here all night already, and we're just starting the second half. But again, numerous weather delays around the state. Walker Valley had a very long weather delay. They're in halftime right now. They lead 13-12 over Coffee County, and we're ready to get the second half started again. As now Cleveland kick off from the 35-yard line. Squib kick taken at the 15 by Bradley. And look out, a good opening kickoff there by the Bears at 42-yard line. I'll tell you what, let's go to Tatum Brinkman for an update.
Guys, I'm down here we just started the second half, and let me tell you, it is wet, it is muddy, it is marshy. I definitely wore the wrong shoes for the day. We saw in the first half a lot of slipping between both teams. Bradley County is obviously dominating at this moment, but it's curious to see how the weather is affecting both the teams, seeing how they're catching the ball, how they've been falling on the field. So it'll be very interesting to see in the second half who dominates, how they're going to compensate for the weather and the inclement conditions. So looking forward to see how this second half goes. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Tatum. So I'll tell you what, I give her credit out there braving the elements down there on the field. We tried to get Chris to go down on the field, and he's afraid to get his hair wet.
I was afraid to get my shoes wet. I don't want to get my shoes dirty.
So thank you, Tatum. Love having her. It's a great update she provides us here. Great updates on scores, what the coaches have had to say. So glad to have her with us all year long here on WTMB.
And see a replay, Kaysen Steele took a big hit to the head there right at the end of that play.
There's a wide receiver screen from Bradley, and that will pick up maybe a yard, we'll call it. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 from about the 44-yard line.
And they mark it at the 45.
45-yard line. 10:50 left. Third quarter, Bradley on top, 14-7. Sky Ridge Medical Center presents the game of the week on WTNB TV. Thank you to them. And again, thank you to all of our sponsors, Logan Thompson Law, Kyle Motors, Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint, and Keystone Solutions. Folks, they are the reason that we can bring you this great high school football action all year long. So please get out and support our sponsors. Copeland on the keeper, and he'll have nowhere to go, and he'll be at least 4 yards short of the first down. So Damon Floyd won't take long to think about it. He will go ahead and punt the ball away. See if they can pin the Blue Raiders back deep.
Yeah, that was constant in on the tackle.
So, Chris, you see Bradley's offense struggling to find that rhythm that they had early in the game. I thought maybe they'd come out on that first drive, as usually the first couple of plays are scripted, and be able to move the ball down the field. But this Blue Raider defense is playing some great football.
What they've given up in the past, when you see almost blocked there.
There you go. The ball will bounce down to the 20-yard line and be down there. So Cleveland will take over. First possession of the second half from about their own 19. We'll stay right here. 9:38 to go. It'll be 1st and 10 Blue Raiders from the 19-yard line. And we'll see what they can go ahead and do here on offense in the second half, as in that second quarter they were able to move that ball finally against this great Bradley defense.
Yeah, but what we saw with Bradley's offense in the first half was the deep passes or the passing threat. As the run was stopped, they were able to shore up the defense on the Cleveland side a little bit. Oh, now we got a tip.
Ball is tipped. We're very lucky that was not intercepted. That's what you tell your defensive line to do. When you see that quarterback go back and he gets ready to throw, get your hands up. Get your hands in the passing lane. See if you can get a tipped ball. Let's take a look at the replay here, Chris. See if we can find out who tipped it. That was number 1, Jay Pearson.
All over the place.
He's been all over. He's making a case for player of the game.
And he's a sophomore also, so just by watching him play in a few games this year, I would expect big things from him as junior and senior year.
I don't think I want to run into him when he's a senior. There you go, handoff. Down the left side, that is Keegan Jones. And a nice pickup right there. Great job of staying in bound by Jones, Chris.
And all the defense, nobody was on the outside. Everybody went to the middle, and it looked like the defense, I wouldn't say gave up, but they all kind of thought he was stopped at that point. You see Jay just missed the tackle there. And then all the defense, you see him looking around. They don't even know where he's at that point.
Right. And great job by Jones to stay on his feet and then tiptoe down the sidelines, as Bradley thought he'd just go out of bounds. There's an inside handoff. They'll pick up about 3 yards. That was carried.
It's Elder.
Elder, yep. So nice little carry by him. Bring up a second and we'll call it 7 from the 49-yard line.
We go both backs in the backfield this time, Jones and Elder.
Option left side, Jones.
A little bit of a late hit there, possibly.
Now the Cleveland
Let's hope
fans
that
wanted
Jones
to
is
fly.
okay. Oh, Jones limping a little bit too.
Yeah, he took a shot right down the back of his calf.
Yeah, and it looked like his leg was planted also when he took a shot to the back of his leg.
I'll tell you what, after the running back problems that Cleveland had last year, that's not what you want to see this year if you're a Cleveland.
Yeah, let's hope that he's okay and maybe he just took a hit on it.
They're stretching him out, so maybe just a cramp. Let's hope he's getting some water, so doesn't look serious. There's a handoff right side. And tried to bounce it outside, but unable to do so. Good job by Bradley to see off the edge there.
Yeah, and you can't. Let's look at the replay here. Elder, obviously, we talked about his quickness too, trying to get to the outside, but everyone stayed in their lanes.
And that's Ryan Still on the tackle, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like Trayvon Ware was out there for the defense.
So 4th and 3 from the 47. Cleveland will be forced to kick it away here. And now they'll see if they can pin Bradley back deep. Carpenter back.
But this is okay, and this is what they didn't do in the first quarter, right? Change of field position.
Right.
You're not always going to get touchdowns, but what you need to do is get a few first downs and back up your opponent. Can't give them a short field every time.
Short kick, but it takes a Cleveland bounce down at the 15-yard line. But we'll take a break. Be back with more high school football action on WTMB.
When I was accused of a crime, my liberty was hanging in the balance. My legal rights mattered to me, so I went to the professionals at Logan Thompson Law. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
I've been a dancer for about 12 years, and about a year ago I started having severe pain in my hips and also in my right shoulder blade. Dr. McCartney has helped me increase my flexibility because he's worked on realigning my hips. He's also put my rib.
So back at Bradley High School, Bear Stadium, and there you see on the 1st and 10, Paul Copeland on the keeper, and he is stuffed for a loss of about 4 yards. So great job on that Cleveland defense now, as they have definitely keyed on Cole.
They definitely have. Again, they bottled him up. They brushed it when he's tried to get on the outside and pass. But they stayed in their lanes, too. So many teams against Cole Copeland just concentrate on him passing the ball, and then he burns them on the outside. Cleveland, since the first quarter, has done a great job of holding him in check.
I've been very impressed with this Cleveland defense here tonight. And they see Copeland went down on a keeper, gain of maybe 2 yards. But this, I can't say enough about this Cleveland defense and how impressed I am with the job they have done tonight. They gave up the 2 quick early scores, but since then have been very disciplined. So whatever Coach Scott Cummings has told his defense has worked.
That's a big third down for both teams. Bradley Central has had no momentum on the offensive side of the ball for quite a while. And if that Cleveland defense can hold stern here, then that will give their offense great field position.
Right, yeah, if you're Cleveland, you want to get stopped right here so you get good field position. Bradley would like to pick up some yards.
Oh, a drop pass.
Pass across the middle, and that was intended.
Lamrick Tucker on the drop there.
And, man, he was wide open, and Cole couldn't have put the ball in a better spot right between the numbers.
We see the replay here.
A little too
see Lamrick come across the middle, just a little bit behind him where he had to turn just a little bit. And I think he was thinking about that hit he was about to take too.
If you're a receiver, though, you've got to make that catch. The quarterback put it in a catchable position. So Bradley will punt now out of their own end zone. Cleveland looking to get some good field position. Almost gets to that one. The punter went down, but no flag.
Oh, and Elder picked it up. Or Elder, excuse me.
Elder picks it up and able to get about 7 yards. So the punter did go down there, but no flag.
You're going to start about the 35-yard line in Bradley Central territory.
Watch right there. Oh,
yeah, you see Constant almost got to that ball. But he did a good job, too, of not following through and roughing the kicker there. So
exactly. As an excellent no call by the officials. I don't think there's enough contact there to deserve a flag.
Yeah, and I appreciate the punter there, too, not trying to sell it too much. So often in the NFL,
you punters act sometimes?
Maybe.
So 6:14 to go, third quarter.
I'm saying if they had a secondary career, it could be acting. That's what I'm saying. Not good acting, but
just
acting.
Acting. Inside handoff there, pickup of about 4 yards. 6:05 left, third quarter. Cleveland trails 14-7.
They've had a nice change of pace too between Elder and Jones all night too. We've seen that quite a few times this year too, where there's going to be two backs in the backfield, and they utilize them almost about 50% of the time. So it keeps the defense on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, it makes it extremely hard on the defense.
I'm waiting on the screen pass to come back here in just a second. They've gone to it quite a few times to Jones, and I'm waiting on it. It's going to come at some point again.
There's a handoff that'll go nowhere.
So back to Elder again. It looks like he's going to have to come out of the game because he lost his helmet.
Yep. I tell you what, I look across the field.
Yeah, limping a little bit. Hopefully. Oh, maybe just a cramp there. He's grabbing the calf.
Yeah. I look across the field, and the Bradley fans kind of sitting on their hands, very quiet. The way this game started, they had to think that this was going to be an easy night for the Bears, easy win, but since then.
For as pumped as that student section was during the rain delay, they're out there when it's pouring down rain.
To be young again, right? We're huddled in a trailer.
I'm in a trailer. I'm in a trailer, and I'm asking for an RV for the next game when it rains with a buffet in it.
I'll tell you, that'd look good. RV with WTMB on the side. There's right side. Keegan Jones on the carry. Able to pick up the first down. Hey, we'll take an RV if there's anybody out there listening that has one and they want to
see
donate
the replay
it.
here.
Look at the blocking on
Keegan
the line.
Jones.
Look at the blocking downfield
blocking by the wide receiver there.
Skylar Davis. What a great job of blocking right there.
Yeah, you had two. Treasure Johnson was down there and Skylar Davis. They set it up on the outside to break that down for a first down. Great blocking.
If you're going to have a successful running game on the outside, you have to have your wide receivers block.
That's true.
And Skylar Davis did a great job right there.
You're just a Hines Ward fan. That's why you're saying that.
It's hard not to be a Hines Ward fan. There's a timeout by Cleveland. We'll take a break. Stick with us. More action on WTMB.
They called a flag first, false
Cleveland
start.
Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday until 1 p.m. We know how to get the job done, and we know how to make sure that you get the service you deserve.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I received the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Welcome back to Bradley High School, Bear Stadium.
And no timeout on that last play. It was actually a penalty false start on the Cleveland Blue Raiders, which backs them up a little bit. 1st and 15 at the 20-yard line.
There's a pass right side for Skylar Davis. In and out of his hands, almost complete.
Oh, they're calling it a touchdown.
They're going to rule that a catch? Oh, my. Woo.
Okay, so.
Chris,
but we got to reset. We have to reset right here. We think about NFL and college where you have to complete the pass all the way to the ground. Boy, that's really close. I don't think that was a catch. But, I mean, that's heads-up play by him to stay with the play.
Right. You saw
and nobody blew it dead, so he's got to go for that ball.
You saw
touchdown.
He kind of looked at the official, realized the official did not signal incomplete pass, and
so
found the ball. Oh, and there's a botched extra point by Cleveland. That hurts.
Wow.
As a fumbled snap. So 14-13 now. Cleveland trails by 1. Let's go back and look at that replay one more time if we can. And let's just see how close this was.
You can see he's going to catch the pass, and he's going to look to extend the arm to reach out for the end zone. It looks like Trayvon Ware gets his hand in there to knock it loose, but you can see Bradley Central stop playing.
Right.
There's two players that are thinking that that's not a catch.
Right. Let's go back and look at it again. He'll go up. He'll catch it. Both feet do come down, but he doesn't maintain control of the ball.
But I don't think you have to in high school. That's the difference is they've changed that over the years in the NFL and in college, and we're so used to looking at things like that. Let's look at this one more time. So he comes down with the ball.
1, 2
makes
feet.
a football play and then starts to lose the ball. That's very close.
But
again,
heads up play by Skylar Davis, like you say, never quits on the play and falls on it for a
never
touchdown.
Quits on the play.
And then unfortunately,
and you can see we see Bradley Central in the background too as the play develops. They stop playing. Actually, it was a great play by Trayvon Ware too to knock that ball out.
Right.
Or it's a for sure touchdown at that point.
Great camera work by our camera guys.
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
Give it up to WTMV camera guys.
Thank you very much. Great camera work right there. But then the botched snap or hold, actually the snap was good, but the holder dropped the ball. And so Cleveland finds themselves trailing by 1 here. And now you sense you Bradley fans starting to get a little loud, trying to get their team back in this game as they feel the momentum changing. They're getting a little nervous.
Yeah, let's give it up for Oscar Galvan too, those kickoffs for Cleveland. I mean, he's booming those things. He kicked one out of the end zone earlier.
Good kick, 4:28 to go, third quarter. Cleveland trails 14-13, but it has been all Blue Raiders ever since the weather delay. And now Cole Copeland will bring this Bradley offense out and look to try to get some rhythm going, as he has struggled here since that break. Looks to throw now, scrambles, all kinds of running room. And he'll be out to midfield where he is brought down by, it looks like, Ben Wyrick on the tackle. What a great job there by Cole Copeland. Chris, that's what you talk about, the problem. You turn your back on Cole, he's going to take off and run.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's taken down by Zach Willis.
That was actually Zach Willis on the tackle, so great job by him to chase Cole down.
Yeah, and anytime, any elusive quarterback, so you see, you're a fan of Big Ben, you see this, but as soon as the ends get up the field beyond the quarterback, it's time for the quarterback to run. He knows that that's an open space, and he's taken off. And the defense, there was no back-end defense there on that left-hand side.
Exactly. There's a quarterback draw up the middle by Copeland. Great job to hold the ball right there as you see the Cleveland defenders going for the football there, trying to strip it out. You see the strength of Copeland able to hold on. Watch Cleveland right here. Look at hand on the ball, trying to rip it out. That was number 6, TJ Constant, that was trying to get that ball out of there, but Copeland just too strong. We have a flag on the play. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Bradley.
Oh.
That hurts.
Yep, and after being so stagnant for essentially the last 2 quarters, that's the last thing that they need, especially after 2 really good plays by the Bradley Central offense.
Well, Cleveland's come back now, gotten a couple scores here. So now the trash talking starts. All right, hey, we're here. We're going to be here all night. And like we said earlier, it's usually the second guy in those little scrums that gets called for it. Bradley's got to be a little smarter there on offense, because that now turns into a 2nd and 19 from the 42-yard line. Copeland now the gun. He rolls left and complete. I believe that was Tyler Carpenter. Yep, Carpenter down to 40, and he took a shot. Watch this, Chris. Great job to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, right in the back there.
As John Madden would say, boom. He took a big shot right there. 39-yard line now, second. Actually, I'll bring up a 3rd and about 3 from the 39-yard line. Third quarter, 3 minutes left. Copeland on the keeper. And he's going to be hit very close to the first down.
It's going to be a 4th down here. It's going to be very interesting. I think they'll go for it at this point, but if they don't make it, they're going to give a very confident Cleveland offense.
We have our first measurement of the game.
Short.
I'm going to put you on the spot. What is it?
This one's easy. I'm not even sure why they're measuring it. He's well short.
So Chris says it's easy. Not even sure why they're measuring it.
This is well short. This is I'm definitely not sure.
We should just give you a yellow flag and let you ref the game.
I should ref the game out there. Yeah.
You could call it from up here. We'll wait and see. And it is well short. Eagle eyes. I tell you, LASIK surgery really paid off for you in the offseason.
I don't even have it yet.
You might not need it. Stick with us, because shortly we'll have some more scores and updates from Tatum Brinkman. As she has been working very hard tonight to gather us scores from around the area. Numerous weather delays all around the Bradley, Cleveland, Chattanooga area. So a lot of games going late tonight, as we are now at the 10:25 hour.
And again, just reach out to us on social media. Follow us on Twitter at WTMB-TV, and also our Facebook account for WTMB-TV. Get the conversation going about all your local teams.
4th and 1, Copeland on the keeper, dives ahead. And I believe he's got the first down. Yeah, definitely reach out to us on Twitter, Facebook. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Unless what you don't like is me, Chris, and Tatum, then we don't want to hear from you, because you're pretty much stuck with us all year. I think they probably like Tatum. I don't think they like us very much.
You're probably right. I don't. I'm not scared if somebody doesn't like me on Twitter. I mean, I already had to respond to some people last week because of a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to hide on Twitter,
Bradley,
bro.
Central,
Don't worry
County.
about that. Scrambling out to the right.
And keeps and gets out of bounds, avoids the big hit. Goes over and says hi to the Cleveland bench. You see there.
That's about the longest you can run for a 2-yard gain, I think.
Yeah, he ran about 25 yards for a gain of 2.
He did. So it brings up 3, 2nd and 7, it looks like.
But there's a maturity right there of Copeland. Earlier in the first half, he got in trouble scrambling, trying to make throws late. There, he was smart enough not to throw the ball, pulls it down, and picks up some yardage. But don't risk throwing an interception. Copeland, keeper right side, knocked out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, but not before he'll have another Bear first down.
Yeah, you know what I like about Copeland, too? He is a big quarterback, too. You think he looks a little lanky, but as you said, he's put on a lot of muscle since last year. And we see instances where he does go out of bounds and makes a smart play, just not to build up all the hits on him this year. But he's not afraid to lower the shoulder just like that play either.
But at some point, if I'm a Bradley fan, I've got to be concerned with the number of hits he does take during the game.
Yeah, but surprisingly, on how many times he runs the ball, he doesn't get hit that much. He runs out of bounds a lot after 2, 3, 4-yard gains.
And very rarely does anybody get a clean shot on him. Yeah, usually if he's getting hit, it's just a glance and blow. And there you go. You see another keeper close to first down.
You saw Kent Christian in there on the. Yeah, Kent Christian. You can see Cole Copeland. Obviously, all these kids went to middle school together and things like that, so he helped Kent Christian out. Give him a little pat. That's the great thing about this. They're playing against their friends, people that they played, when they were 9, 10 years old, played football against. They played on the same team as a lot of these.
And a lot of these kids go to church together, so they know each other and, definitely play this game for bragging rights. So there you go. You see number 33. That is Adam Mullis, able to spin and take it down to about the 3-yard line. So that'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. 1:10 left to go. Third quarter, Bradley on top 14-13, looking to punch it in here.
Copeland keeper here. Oh, great play. Great play by Robert Anderson.
Yeah, good job by the Cleveland defense right there.
There's not that many times where Copeland's not going to fall forward for 2 or 3 yards, but he's a hard guy to tackle for a loss, and he did that. Brings up 3rd down and 3 now.
You see Bradley subbing people in and out of the game here. Gonna bring their goal line package in. It looks like.
As are Cleveland, it looks like, bringing 2. Yep.
3rd down and awfully close to goal to go. Bears can get a
I'm gonna say this never leaves Copeland's hands right here.
It does look like Bradley Central can get a 1st down if they get on about the half-yard line.
Timeout there by Bradley. So we'll take a very quick break and be back with more football action on WTNB.
First timeout of the second half for the Bears. Thanks once again to...
When I was accused of a crime, my liberty was hanging in the balance. My legal rights mattered to me, so I went to the professionals at Logan Thompson Law. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday until 1 p.m. We know how to get the job done, and we know how to make sure that you get the service you deserve.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School Bears Stadium. Skyridge Medical Center presents the game of the week. 3rd and goal. Copeland passes complete. Touchdown to Jeffrey Brewer. That was a nice little play there.
Everybody, including me, thought Cole Copeland was going to have it on the keeper there.
But a quick little pass. Let's take a look at the replay. Catch the tail end there. Copeland just basically took the snap and delivered it.
Very important point after here.
Yep. And it is no good. So that's interesting right there. That keeps Cleveland in this ball game as they find themselves down 20-13, 21.8 seconds left. Third quarter, we're going to stay right here as you see the touchdown pass once again from Copeland to Brewer. And we are joined once again by Tatum Brinkman. And Tatum, you have some more scores for us?
I do, Brian. Thank you. We have a final score of the Baylor-Howard game. Baylor triumphed over Howard 55-7. Walker Valley against the Red Raiders in Coffee County. Right now, Coffee County is leading 27-20. We have the Red Bank against McCallie. Right now, Red Bank is trailing behind 7-49. Ottawa and East Hamilton. Ottawa leading 38-7. And right now, Ray County against Clinton, we have 42-10. So that's our updates right now. We'll keep you guys updated via social media and here live.
All right, thank you, Tatum. Keeping us updated from scores around the county and the district. Great job by her tonight to stay on top of all the high school football action.
That last play was Tim Tebow-esque, wasn't it?
It kind of reminded me of that, a little jump pass.
A little fake towards the keeper, as he'd done so many times before in this game and previous games, as we see the kickoff. and did a little jump pass to Brewer for the touchdown. Nobody saw that coming.
There's Keegan Jones on the kickoff return out to the 30-yard line.
Special teams is really coming into play tonight. So that's the last two scores that we've seen, both by Cleveland and by Bradley Central. We've seen missed extra points, which this game just kind of has the feeling that it's going to come down to that as well.
Yeah, that extra point could loom large here for the Bears. 15.9 seconds left, third quarter. Cleveland 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. They trail 20-13. See if they can continue the success they found here in the second half. Option right-hand side, now cut back to the left. He's got room if he can get the edge.
Good, great block by 52.
And there you go, Keegan Jones, first down. And Chris, you said it, number 52.
Corbin Kaywood, great block on the backside. Jones reverses the field as we see the replay here. So Bradley Central blew it up. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty on the Blue Raiders.
That's unfortunate.
To bring it back.
That's a great run.
But you're going to see Kaywood blow it up right here. Yeah, to spring Jones as he runs down the field. But unfortunately, that's going to be called back on a hold at this point, and it looks like it's going to put them in a 1st and 20.
Yeah, it's going to be first
down and 19, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. You're right. 1st and 20 from the 34-yard line, and man, that is unfortunate right there. And Chris, really all year so far we've seen in just about every game we've done, the story has been teams have shot themselves in the foot with penalties on big plays. McMinn County did it against Bradley, and now Cleveland's done it to themselves here.
And that could have been that play very well. You know, a lot of instances, there's a reason why they had that big play, and that one could have been because always. Oh! Huge hit.
Oh, what a hit. Let's hope he's okay.
He's moving around. Probably got the breath knocked out of him there.
You could hear that one. Keegan Jones across the middle takes a huge hit.
Yeah, and Keegan Jones is up. That's good for him.
Now, he's up, but I don't know how okay he is.
So late over the middle.
Oh.
Right to the gut there. That was a huge hit by Trayvon Ware.
Let's take a look at that one more time if we could. Because that was the last play of the third quarter. Guys, if we have it, can we roll that just one more time?
We could go back just a little bit. Looked like Trayvon Ware on the big hit. Here we go, Trayvon Ware. Yeah,
and that's a clean hit. That's a clean hit. Shoulder to the chest.
Yeah, and that's one of those kind of iffy ones though. There they protect the receiver so much that you can't lead with the helmet.
Right.
He did lead with the shoulder pad, but it was one of those instances. Yeah, that's a tough. I think that's for me. I think that's a good football play. So let's take a break here on Skyridge Medical Game of the Week.
Hey, I'm Brent Winters, and I'm here to talk to you about my lifelong passion, affordable mattresses and home furnishings. At Mattress and Furniture Expo, we've got you covered. From brand name to brand name, and even more brand names. We've got a wide variety of brand names to cover all the price points you want to hit, and you don't have to deal with Dave trying to take all your money. Here at the Mattress and Furniture Expo, our prices are so comfortable, they'll put you to sleep, but in a good way, of course.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School. You almost had me say Bradley County. You almost got me in trouble.
I haven't said Bradley County one time today, I don't think. So
see, I was making fun of you.
I'm sure somebody's going to watch this game over and over and over to try to catch me in one. If you do, hit me up on Twitter. Let me know the point in the game. So I think they're making bets against me.
Bradley Central High School Bears Stadium, where the Bears lead 20-13. Start of the fourth quarter here. We just saw the big hit on Keegan Jones.
I have a feeling that one's going to be replayed. Oh, we see Hill back in trouble.
Throw the ball. Get rid of it. Oh,
Got to get rid of the ball.
got to get rid of it. Big play right there by Bradley, and that was number 51, it looks like.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th and a mile.
Jake Tolleson on the sack there. Great job by him as he chased Jay-Sean Hill all over the field.
I know Hill is trying to take care of the ball, or excuse me, not take care of it, trying to extend the play and possibly, pull something out here. But as you can see, you're running back, you got somebody on you already. Any pass you throw at that point is going to be in desperation, and everybody sees you running around back there. They're looking for you, baiting on you to throw the ball at that point.
Right.
So this brings 4th and 35.
I don't.
You got to play for this.
I don't think that one's in the playbook.
4th and 35.
No.
Hook and ladder.
Yeah, it's in the playbook. It's called punt the ball.
11:14 to go in the game.
Punt the ball and hope something good happens. Hope Bradley maybe fumbles. Cleveland's down there complaining about the clock that never stopped when they called timeout. Or when there was a timeout, I should say. And they are going to put some time back on the clock, 11:28, so.
Not really sure why the clock stopped in that scenario either.
I don't know. So here we go. Cleveland will punt from the shadow of their own goalpost. Bradley looks to get good field position as Carpenter is standing at the 40-yard line waiting to receive the punt. He's made things interesting back there tonight for the Bears. Wobbling kick and fair caught at the 41-yard line. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more football action on WTNB TV.
When I was denied my Social Security benefits, I turned to the legal professionals at Logan Thompson Law. When it mattered to me, I chose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack,
Back at Bradley Central High School, Bears Stadium. 1st and 10, Copeland keeps up the middle for a gain of maybe a yard. So I'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line.
Would expect to keep a little bit on the ground here to try to run some clock out. Being up 7.
I tell you what, this one has been much closer than most people expected. Everybody kind of thought Bradley would have their way as Cleveland is kind of, you'd say, in a rebuilding year with new first-year coach Scott Cummins, but they have done a great job tonight. Pass right side complete.
That's a great catch there.
Yeah, that was number 3, Nick Howe, who did a great job of hauling that one in. Howe, the 5'11", 108-pound sophomore, made the catch on his knees. Now bring up a 3rd and 3 from the 39-yard line as Bradley looks to go ahead and try to put this game away with a touchdown. Copeland, keeper right side, takes it out of bounds for a gain of about 12. It's going to be a 1st down.
And that's the plays that I was talking about too, on the running plays when Cole does choose to go out of bounds before taking a big hit. I'm sure it's been drilled in his brain to not take a big hit along the sideline. You see so many of those end up in injury because the quarterback's starting to slow up and the defensive player just runs right through them.
Right. Well, and that's, the advantage of having a junior quarterback. You're a little bit smarter. You've been the quarterback now for 3 years. You learn to avoid those big hits. Handoff up the middle. And that's going to be another 1st down for Bradley as now their offense starts to click again.
Yeah, Adam Mullis with the carry there.
See the Cleveland defense now starting to stand around, hands on their hips as they're trying to get some air. I think they're a little bit tired right here.
Yeah, we're seeing Bradley Central go to the run now. Like we said, burn some clock, but also try to wear down that front of Cleveland's defense.
9:35 to go, fourth quarter. Copeland keeper right side. He'll be hit after a gain of maybe one. Bradley leading 20 to 13.
Good play there by Tate Trenum.
Can't say enough about this Cleveland Blue Raider team and the job they've done tonight to keep this game close. The way the
you may get some tweets about that right now. Close, 9:07 to go, and they're only down 7.
Yeah, I mean, they have. The way the game started, people thought they were going to get run out of the stadium.
Yeah, it was 14-0 fairly quick in that first quarter.
Copeland throws right side, complete, dive in. Did he get in? No.
Nick Howell just short of the end zone.
So Nick Howell unable to stay in bounds for the touchdown, but he'll be out at about the 2. There you go, see the replay. Look at him. Dives. Just stepped out of bounds. So first and goal from the 3. Copeland keeper up the middle. Touchdown, Bradley. And now make it 26 to 13. That one was easy.
Yeah, untouched coming in the end zone.
So I tell you what, while we await the extra point, let's go ahead and go back to Tatum Brinkman. And Tatum, do you have some more scores and updates for us?
I've got a couple of more updates for you, Brian. McMinn Central is leading at 40 against Polk County, who's trailing behind with half the score at 20. And also we've got McCallie and Red Bank McCallie still leading with 49 to 14. Right now, that's all the updates we have, but we will continue to keep you updated on all that we find.
All right, thank you very much, Tatum. As you heard, McMinn Central looking to get their first win of the season after starting off 0-3. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back. Bradley leads 27-13.
Everywhere I go, people want to know about the knees, and I tell them Dr. Hutchison did them, and I do recommend this place. Everywhere I go and I talk about my knees, I always tell them, you gotta go see Dr. Hutchison, because he just cares enough to really fix the problems. He did such a good job for me, and I'm just eternally grateful.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I receive the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it mattered.
Back at Bradley Central High School, Bears Stadium, you see the kickoff return to about the 28-yard line. Bradley leads 27-13, 8:39 to go, fourth quarter. And Chris, right now, if you're Cleveland, you've got to find a way to score and score quickly.
Yeah, I don't know that that's really their game, too. I wouldn't abandon the run at this point. What they need to do is, under all circumstances, they need to score this possession. There's running without the ball there. Skylar Davis on the attempt to catch the ball there, and it looked like he just looked upfield.
Yeah.
Took his eyes off the ball. We've seen that a couple times from both teams tonight.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll be talked about next week.
Yeah, you see Davis right here. He's going to run a little out route down the sidelines, wide open, and boom, you see that head snap around.
Yeah, and he knew it. As soon as he dropped it, he knew it. He's clenching his fist there, upset at himself.
27-13, Bradley leads. 2nd and 10, Cleveland from the 29. There's that screen pass down the left side. Tayshawn Hill. That was Elder.
Elder on the reception there. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 3.
That screen pass has been very successful for Cleveland tonight.
Yeah, that's the first time they've run it with Elder recently. They've been running it with Jones the last few times with success. Sets up third and about 3.5 or 4 here.
Yeah, some whistles. A flag on the play.
Someone lined up offsides on the offense. So
you don't see that often because usually the wide receivers will check with the line judge, make sure they're good, but somebody forgot to check right there. So that'll turn a 3rd and 4 into a 3rd and 9. Back Cleveland up to the 31-yard line.
huge play for Cleveland at this point.
Pass
great
across
catch.
the middle. Yes, great catch.
Treasure Johnson on the reception there. Great catch to go back against his body to catch that ball as well.
Yeah, that pass was behind him, but he did a good job to reach back, and he took a hit, and you see him trying to shake that off. I'll tell you what, Chris, there's been some hard hits in this ball game.
It's a rivalry game. Of course, there better be some hard hits.
Wouldn't expect anything less from Bradley Cleveland.
One thing I think is working against Cleveland a little bit is what we've seen with the play calls and things like that is that
There's Keegan Jones down the right side and down at the 12-yard line, and he is down again. This time it looks like a cramp. And what a great job. Let's take it to replay, Chris. An option. And you see right there, just able to take it. Number 16, Jake Presley, tried to make the tackle for the Bears, but really just ended up pushing them ahead.
Yeah, and good hustle by Jay Pearson to run down the field and stop Jones before he gets in the end zone.
And you see Keegan Jones drags himself off the field, but he's right on the sideline.
And as that play was developing, I was just going to say that Cleveland needs to score somewhat fast, because what we've seen so far in this game is that the quarterback comes to the sidelines every play to get the play call from the coach, and there's some back and forth, and then he has to communicate the call to the team, and they're already lined up, right? So at this point, we haven't seen a lot of hurry up from the Cleveland Blue Raiders, and maybe that's by design, so we'll see if we see that later in the fourth quarter.
Well, like you said, I don't think that's their offense.
But when you have a run for just about 55 yards, I guess you don't really need to worry about that.
Right. But, like you said, that's not really their offense. Their offense isn't really a strike quickly kind of offense. It's more grind it out down the field. But Jones able to pick up a large chunk of yardage, and he was able to get off the field. Unfortunately, he was right on the sidelines where the chains are, so they had to stop the clock.
Yeah, and it looks like they're stretching him out there. So hopefully it's just a cramp. And we've seen that a lot the first 4 weeks of the season here, being in week 4. So I think he'll be back on the field. I don't think you're going to keep that guy back off the field based on what he's done so far tonight for the Blue Raiders.
Right. Yeah, really surprising that we're seeing some issues with cramps. It is a cooler night, but when you've had to stop and start like these guys have because of the weather, then that's where that cramping becomes a factor, because the muscles cool down and then you start cramping.
Yeah, it feels like it's about November for me right now.
It's starting to get a little chilly
freezing
up
up here. I know Tatum's cold. Tatum's cold. The cameramen are cold. We're wet and cold tonight.
Yeah, I tell you what, thank you to the guys for getting us these new shirts, but we're starting to get into fleece jacket weather, Tatum. Chris, and I are going to need some fleece jackets.
Are you putting it out there on live television that you're looking for some long sleeve variety of
I'm
WTMB?
from Pennsylvania. This is summer to me still.
Where's the reason why I moved south?
I was going to say, you moved here from Indiana to avoid the cold weather.
1st and 10 from the 11-yard line.
Fumbled snap. Still loose. Who got it? Bradley.
Oh, my God.
I'm not really sure. It was a fumbled snap. I'm not sure how the ball got so far ahead.
So let's just go back to that last play. Jay Pearson running down Jones is huge now.
Right.
Huge.
Let's
you
take
don't
a
think
look
a play
at the
like
replay,
that.
guys. if we can, see what exactly happened there on that play. You'll see Jay-Sean Hill right there. The ball's already out. All right, here we go, under center.
First down for the Bears after the turnover.
He never got it.
Yeah, he pulled back without the ball.
Right.
And it looks like it's kicked around a little bit. The ball's on the ground right there.
Right. And able to
It get kicked forward, it looks like, and Bradley recovered.
Right. So the Bears will take over on their own 5-yard line, 1st and 10. And I believe this Cleveland defense is going to see a steady dose of Cole Copeland from here on out. As we're now down to 6:35 to go, 4th quarter.
Again, I cannot stress enough how huge of a play. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet as anything, but Jay Pearson running down, hustling down the field to catch Jones to keep that score from happening. You know, a lot of times, I'm not saying they'll let up or anything like that, but his pursuit of Jones was relentless, and he caught him right before the end zone, and that proved to be a huge play right now.
Right, Copeland keeps it. Uh-oh, breaks free, left side, and goes out of bounds. So a huge pickup there. And he'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So a pickup of 31 there by Copeland. And that may have been the straw that broke the camel's back there if you're the Blue Raiders. 5:59 to go, 4th quarter. Bradley leads 27-13.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes when you know the play is coming and you still can't stop it.
Right.
And when it comes to Cole Copeland, I think that's probably how a lot of teams feel. Change it up a little bit here.
Handoff, and that was Adam Mullis, the good-looking fullback for Bradley right there, as that was a nice run by Mullis. Takes it all the way out to the Cleveland 42, and now Cleveland forced to use a timeout.
We haven't seen a lot of runs from Mullis this evening. We have in previous games, but this evening, when he has touched the ball, though, he's been very explosive.
You see, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with more action.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I received the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
Welcome back to Bears Stadium. Inside handoff to Adam Mullis. The Sky Ridge Medical Center presents the game of the week on WTNB. Bradley and Cleveland. And the Bears on top right now, 27-13, 5:35 to go, 4th quarter, as they look to run out the clock.
It looked like Garcia on the stop there.
Cleveland took the timeout there, give their defense a little bit of a rest. You saw Coach Scott Cummins chewing his defense out, begging them to come up with one big final stop here.
See Bradley Central using all of the play clock now in no hurry with 10 seconds on the play clock, just now getting up to the line of scrimmage.
You say Mullis there with Copeland. Copeland, nice pickup, stays on his feet, and he'll be out close to another Bradley first down.
Yeah, it's going to look like change of direction there. For a quarterback, he is shifty. I mean, he's a really, really good runner, which you don't normally see someone being that good a passer and being as elusive as he is.
Well, yeah, and that's like we talked about. He very rarely takes a solid shot.
Well, and let's give it up to his offensive line also. I mean, those are the guys that protect him. And we talk about, you know, at times he avoids the big hits, and they absolutely help with that too.
Here we go, 4:35 left, fourth quarter, 1st and 10 from the 30. Copeland out of the gun. Hand off to Mullis, who's hit for no gain. I tell you what, let's go back to Tatum Brinkman, see if she's got any more scores and updates for us.
Thank you, Brian. Right now, we've got Walker Valley is still trailing behind the Red Raiders of Coffee County, 20-41. Red Bank is trailing behind McKaylee at 7-49. We have Ray right now is triumphing over Clinton, 49-10. Signal is trailing behind Tyner, 10-27. And the final score for McMinn and Polk County, McMinn wins 40-20.
All right. Thank you very much, Taylor. Or Tatum, sorry. Great scores, great updates all night long.
What you call her? She's going to get mad at you.
I know. She's going to kick me after this. Stay between us right here. We got a buffer.
She seems nice, but, you know.
I saw her hit Jay earlier down the truck. So here we go, 3:15 to go, fourth quarter, 3rd and 6. Cleveland desperately needs a stop here right now.
You would anticipate at this distance right now, if they didn't get the first down, that they would go for it. But don't have to worry about that.
Nope, Copeland ahead. And that's going to be another Bradley Central first down.
And Cleveland's going to have to think about burning their timeouts up now to at least have some semblance of a chance to get back on the board here.
The Bradley Central student section still going strong. Shannon, we can't hear you.
Well, they're awake now, but they weren't early. Oh, to his man, Tyler Carpenter.
How many times have we said Copeland to Carpenter this year, and they hook up again? So there's that combination. Let's look at it again. Copeland just takes the snap, plants, and throws a strike down the middle to Carpenter. Look at this. He doesn't even take a step.
Again, Carpenter just has a knack for getting open as well. He's a great route runner. And clearly he is the favorite target of one Cole Copeland.
Well, it's easy to get open when you don't have anybody jamming you at the line. I mean, nobody's put a hand on him. Before the extra point, flags fly.
We've seen a lot of special teams issues. I'm sure both teams will be practicing a lot next week on the special teams.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could have gotten open on that pass play. I mean, but hey,
no.
Russell to Woods and flag football was quite.
So that one looks like blown coverage. Nobody even took Carpenter off the line of scrimmage. But in the previous plays, if you went back and looked at it on the previous plays, Carpenter was actually snugged up on the line like that and was blocking for both Copeland and Mullis. So, I noticed it on about 3 plays ago when I saw Carpenter and I line up in the tight end position. I thought, he's not doing anything there, right?
Yep.
But that could have been what they were
Nausea,
doing right there. Setting
dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain.
Extra points good. Bradley on top 34-13. 2:42 left in the game. We'll take a break. Stick with us.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. We're one of the largest Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area, and we have plenty of other brands for you to choose from. Our loyal mechanics have been with us for years, and each one works to ensure that you receive the timely performance you need. If you're looking for quality hometown service, then you found the right place. Save yourself some valuable time and money by doing the right thing the first time and stopping by our service center.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Bears Stadium. As you see the kickoff taken out to about the 22-yard line, 34-13, and now the crowd starts to clear out here for Cleveland. Cleveland fans making their way out as Bradley has taken over control of this game. But I tell you what, it was a good game.
Well, we were an extra point away from being tied at 14th at one time in the second half, and since then Bradley Central has kind of flexed their muscles, and we've seen a lot of Cole Copeland rushes. As we see Jones bobbled a little bit there on the pitch.
Yeah, and there's
it's going to be a late hit. Drove him into the ground out of bounds. So, yeah, but we saw him go a lot to Cole Copeland on the ground, right? When in doubt, go with what got you here type deal, right? So, so he righted the ship there in the second half, and since then it's been all Bradley Central. Reeled off 20 straight points in the second half.
Tatum just gave me a score. Walker Valley trails now 41-27, 4:36 left in that one. So, tell you what, Glenn Ryan and his Mustangs find themselves struggling early on. Not what the Walker Valley fans, I think, expected from their team so far this year. As we have a timeout on the field, we'll take a break and be back after this.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Bears Stadium. As you see a pass there complete, first down for Cleveland. That was Elder on the reception, so a nice play right there. And now if you're Cleveland, you're in no huddle mode from here on out. 2:17 left, fourth quarter, trailing by 21.
Blue Raiders from their 37, first down.
Hill out of the gun, rolls left, throws complete. Now be another Blue Raider first down. So I like it. We're not seeing any quit in these Blue Raiders.
No, we're not. It still feels like an offense that's not really built to do, hurry up, at least not in big chunks at this point.
Right.
2 minutes to go.
So at this point, being down 20 with 2 minutes to go, obviously that's going to be, you're going to need a ton of stuff to go your way in order to get back in that ball game. So I think at this point, what coach is trying to do is just work on the 2-minute offense, right? You can't simulate this stuff in practice. So obviously he's still calling the plays here as if they're trying to score.
Yeah, you see him down there on the field. He's signaling in the play calls to Hill, and then Hill is turning around and conveying that to his wide receivers.
I'm not sure I can concentrate well enough to go through all those signals.
I know you can. I've seen you try.
Confused me even just watching them.
I've seen you get rattled when Jay yells at you. So I'm pretty sure you can handle it when the coach is yelling at you.
Treasure Johnson on the reception.
And that is complete. Now be another Blue Raider first down. 59 seconds to go, fourth quarter.
So you see the replay here. Hill to an open Trevor Johnson. Makes one really good move there. I didn't do it one time tonight, so I thought I'd bring it out.
You had to get it in there, didn't you?
Well, try. That's what you do with 52 seconds to go in a 20-point game. 21-point game, excuse me.
I was going to say, is that Purdue math?
Well, it is Purdue math, yeah.
So here we go, 40 seconds to go. And now we have a timeout.
Timeout.
Really? Timeout, Bradley? Are you really going to take a timeout up 21?
They may want to get some other players on the field, get an opportunity, but doesn't look like that. So, coaching opportunity,
it's a rivalry
Brian.
game.
It's coaching opportunity.
And it's a rivalry game. You don't want to give up any big plays to your opponent. Hey, thank you again to all of our sponsors, Skyridge Medical Center, allowing us to bring you the WTNB Game of the Week every week. Thank you to our other sponsors, Logan Thompson Law.
Thank you to our executive producers, Joshua Morrison, Stephen Beasley, and J. Brian Miles. Our director, J. Brian Miles. Technical directors, Andrew Wolf and Mike Sothard. Replay, Joshua Morrison. Live stream, Stephen Beasley. Graphics, Christopher Stewart. Camera, Robert Peak, David Hanna, and Noah Tobe. Then lead intern, Thatcher Miles. Field reporter, Tatum Brinkman. And, of course, the announcers, Brian Russell, and yours truly, Chris Woods. Going deep. Great catch.
What a catch there. That was number 2. Romeo Weichel did a great job of reaching over the defenders and hauling in that one. And we have a Bradley defender down. Let's go ahead and look at the replay. But again, thank you to all of our sponsors, Skyridge Medical Center, Logan Thompson Law, Kyle Motors, Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint, and Keystone Solutions.
It's called two guys going up for the ball, and number 2, Romeo just wanting it more at that point. Yeah, that was a great catch.
Injury timeout on the field. We'll take a break and be back with the final 30 seconds here on WTNB's Game of the Week.
I was having trouble sleeping at night. I couldn't be comfortable on my right shoulder or my left shoulder. I came to Dr. Palmer, and the x-ray showed I did have 2 bone spurs. The surgery that Dr. Palmer did for me was a reverse ball and joint of the right shoulder. I can wave in the air and reach behind me, do all the things I need to do now. So I'm so thrilled to have Dr. Palmer in my life and the surgery that he
All right, here we go. Welcome back. Bradley Central High School. Bears lead 34-13 over the Blue Raiders. Hill on the quarterback keeper, shoved out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 15 seconds left.
And for a young team like you talked about earlier, this would be a good boost. I think the coaching staff can look at this if they're able to put it in the end zone and say that the kids never quit on the game, even when it was out of hand at 21 points with just a couple minutes to go in the game. So I think they'll like the intensity, going all the way until the final gun goes off here.
Right, and Hill did a good job with the 2-man offense, and you see
in.
Bowles in for the touchdown. So I'll make it 34-19. And now we have flags, and you definitely don't want to see this game mauled by some fights and unsportsmanlike conduct, so referees are going to have to do a good job of keeping them separated.
There's a few flags out on the field there, too.
It's like everybody decided to throw their flag that hasn't got to throw it tonight.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, I haven't thrown my flag down. I'm throwing it.
Oh, yeah, you see Hill get a little in the face of a Bradley Central player there, looks like.
Look at the replay.
Let's see the replay. Oh, yeah.
And not very smart to do that right in front of the referee. You're going to get called on that.
You're down 14 points, 15 points pending this extra point. I'm not sure you really want to bump helmets. But, again, I'm going to go on the side of these kids mostly all know each other. and maybe that's just his friend, and the official had to call it, obviously, but that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, that's your story, huh?
That's what I'm going to go with.
34-20, extra point is good. So 11.3 seconds left. We'll keep it right here.
We call that glass half full, Brian.
Yeah, I don't think there's many pleasantries being exchanged right there.
Now these kids are going to go back to living a couple miles from each other tomorrow or tonight. So I wouldn't expect there's too much animosity. I think these kids know with this rivalry game, you got to leave it on the field.
Right.
Now the fans.
That's a different story.
It's going to be talked about all year now, right?
Of course, Bradley fans and students were guarding the bear all week long, making sure Cleveland didn't get over here and paint it or steal it. It's really is a fun rivalry. Like I said, Bradley, Cleveland played each other for a long time, and then tensions kind of rose. Things got ugly, and they took a break from the series. But once that died down, people wanted to see the series pick back up, and they have. And it's been a very clean series ever since. And I think people are glad to have this rivalry back because it is so huge to the town. So you see him step off the penalty, and Cleveland will kick off now from their own 25. 11.3 seconds to go. Down by 14.
See, the Cleveland student section isn't lacking in enthusiasm still. Down 14 points.
So Bradley will go to 3-1 on the year. Cleveland will fall to 1-3.
You know what we haven't seen from a lot of the student sections yet, at least I haven't experienced, is all the baby powder. And
yes. That was
has that been banned?
Year. Let's hope.
Gosh,
we made the mistake last year.
I feel like I'm getting old if I'm like, is that banned? And kind of happy about it.
What was it last year? We were behind the student section of Cook County, and they broke out the baby powder. Onside kick.
Oh, Tyler Carpenter.
Yeah. Good job by him. So, final 9.7 seconds.
Saw some good sportsmanship, too, there between some of the Blue Raiders and Carpenters, smacking hands, giving fives there at the end of the game. Again, this is a close-knit community, and the schools are only a couple miles away, so it's a...
Cleveland will go on to face McMinn County next week on the road, so that'll be a good test for them. And there's the kneel down. So that will do it. Bradley Central High School, Bradley on top 34-20. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back to wrap up this game and look forward to next week's action. Stick with us on WTNB's Game of the Week.
Everywhere I go, people want to know about the knees, and I tell them Dr. Hutchison did them, and I do recommend this place. Everywhere I go and I talk about my knees, I always tell them, you gotta go see Dr. Hutchison, because he just cares enough to really fix the problems. He did such a good job for me, and I'm just eternally grateful.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I received the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. We're one of the largest Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area, and we have plenty of other brands for you to choose from. Our loyal mechanics have been with us for years, and each one works to ensure that you receive the timely performance you need. If you're looking for quality hometown service, then you found the right place. Save yourself some valuable time and money by doing the right thing the first time and stopping by our service center.
When I was denied my Social Security benefits, I turned to the legal professionals at Logan Thompson Law. When it mattered to me, I chose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Hello, my name is Bill Kyle, owner of Kyle Motors. We are located at 802 20th Street Southeast. That's one block from Five-Bower School, one block from Dalton Highway. We have a lot of cars on our lot. A lot of them are $5,000 and less. We have great financing. We also have Carfax. If you want to see a copy of the Carfax, all you have to do is ask for it. If you're looking for a car under $5,000, come by and see us.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School and Bear Stadium, where Bradley was victorious 34-20 over the Cleveland Blue Raiders. And like we said, next week Cleveland will go on the road to face McMinn County, and Bradley will also go on the road up to Jefferson County to take them on. So important to win. Bradley goes 3-1 on the year. Cleveland falls to 1-3. And Chris, nothing less than what we expected from a Bradley-Cleveland rivalry. It was close going all the way into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was, and we talked about the inexperience of Cleveland coming into this game. New coach, new offense, new defense, new special teams, and they hung in there.
Yep.
So let's go down to Tatum on the field with Coach.
Tatum, take it away.
You're on, go.
Thank you, guys. Tatum Brinkman here with WTNB on the field with Coach Floyd. Coach Floyd, what an awesome game. How proud are you of your guys, especially with the inclement weather we had to deal with?
Yeah, well, anytime you get a win against Cleveland, it's a big night for us. It's obviously a big rival. Both teams showed a lot of class and kept their composure, and, even when emotions run high. But, the rain delay, I thought we came out really flat. We started off the game really good, and then the rain delay kind of hurt us. But, we handled the adversity, and we came back and got the win, so that's important.
Even though this doesn't affect the district standings, how satisfying is it for your team to walk off the field tonight with a win?
Well, like I said, it's a rivalry, so it's always big. It's as big as any game that we play, and Cleveland's had our number in the past. They're a very successful program. We got a lot of respect for them, and, it's just we came up on the good end tonight, and, so proud of our kids for keep fighting, and, it was a great atmosphere.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach Floyd, and good luck next week, okay?
All right, thank you guys for being here.
Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Tatum. So there you go. You heard
Nothing for all.
Coach David Floyd
so
talk.
I appreciate it.
Him.
Yeah, good to see Coach Floyd back. First game that we've been since he's been back. We had him in studio last year. Had a good time with him. He's always up front, straightforward with all the information he gives us and everything. So appreciate that. And again, big win in the rivalry game today. Kind of what we expected going into it. A lot of Cole Copeland to Tyler Carpenter early, and then it was the ground game in the second half really that propelled them to that 20 straight points towards the end of the game.
Right. So great win for the Bradley Bears. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Sky Ridge Medical Center, who allows us to bring the WTNB Game of the Week to you every single week. Logan Thompson Law, Kyle Motors, Tennessee Valley Bone and Joint, and Keystone Solutions. And Chris, go ahead and tell everybody where we're going to be next week.
Yeah, next week, the 18th of September, we're going to be at Ottawa. It's going to be Ray County playing at Ottawa.
Who do you think Danny's got in that game, since he likes to always predict both teams go undefeated?
I can't wait. We'll have to get a prediction from Danny and put it on our at WTMB TV Twitter account.
So that's next week. How about the week after?
The week after that, it's going to be Ray County at Cathedral. So it's possible WTMB may make the trip up to Indianapolis for that game, which would be very exciting, especially for all the folks down here that won't be able to travel for the game. those fans of Ray County. So we got a lot of great stuff coming up this year, and we want to again thank Sky Ridge Medical for sponsoring the game of the week.
Sky Ridge Medical Center, thank you to them. And I hope we can make that trip to Indianapolis, because that should be a game between Ray County and the 5-time defending state champs Cathedral. Think they could handle us in Indiana for a weekend?
Well, I'm from there, so they can handle me. I'm not sure that they can handle you.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll go ahead and take one final break, and then we'll be back to wrap things up for good. So stick with us on WTMB.
When I was accused of a crime, my liberty was hanging in the balance. My legal rights mattered to me, so I went to the professionals at Logan Thompson Law. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Cleveland Tire Center is ready to help you in any way that it can. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday until 1 p.m. We know how to get the job done, and we know how to make sure that you get the service you deserve.
Everywhere I go, people want to know about the knees, and I tell them Dr. Hutchison did them, and I do recommend this place. Everywhere I go and I talk about my knees, I always tell them, you gotta go see Dr. Hutchison, because he just cares enough to really fix the problems. He did such a good job for me, and I'm just eternally grateful.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit skyridgemedicalcenter.net today.
After I was injured due to the negligence of a careless driver, it mattered to me that I received the compensation that I was entitled to. When it matters to me, I choose Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson, attorneys at law, when it matters.
Welcome back to Bradley Central High School and Bear Stadium. Brian Russell alongside Chris Woods. And Chris, let's just do a quick final wrap-up of the game. Get your thoughts on our first look at the Cleveland Blue Raiders this year.
Well, coming into it, we had expectations that it was going to be kind of a tough season with all the changes in personnel from a coaching staff perspective, and then also changes from the players. I mean, they lost their starting quarterback last year. Even at the end of the year, they switched quarterbacks. We're on a third quarterback in the last year. So that's going to be different. But, of course, the offense is different too. You know, the coach has expressed that there's going to be changes on the offensive, defensive, and special team side of the ball. So, you know, it's going to take a little bit. And I think the Cleveland Blue Raider fans have to be patient as this transition of coaching staff happens.
Right, and for the Bradley fans, it's the same old story, Copeland to Carpenter all night long. You key on one, the other one hurts you.
Yeah, and it's an exciting offense to watch, too. So you see in the first half and some of the other games we've seen, they'll go deep to Carpenter early in the game. 1 or 2 touchdowns later, they're up a few points. And then what do? Steady dose of Cole Copeland, Mullis on the ground. So, you know, it's hard to stop. And they're good at ball control when they need to be. They're just not a big play team. They can really do either. They can grind it out or hurt you deep.
Right. Well, I don't mean to kick you off camera, but I want to bring in Tatum Brinkman, who's done a great job for us tonight, providing us all kinds of scores and updates. And Tatum, you have some final updates for us? Welcome up here.
I do. Thank you very much. It's a lot drier up here than it is on the field, and not quite so squishy.
Well, you know, we tried to get Chris to go down there, but he's too much of a wimp. He didn't want to get his shoes wet. So thank you for going down there and getting us the interviews.
Of course. Well, we've got a few just final scores here. Walker Valley against Coffee County. It's not final yet, but they're still hanging in there at 27-41. 41 Coffee County still triumphing over them. We have a final score on Ray County against Clinton. They beat Clinton 55-10. And, of course, the McMinn and Polk County win of 40 versus 20.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and we
Thank
will see you
you.
next week down in Noodlewalk.
You'll get my name right then, right?
I will, I promise.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so for WTNB, Brian Russell, Chris Woods, and Tatum Brinkman, that is it from Bradley Central. Again, Bradley 34, Cleveland 20. See you next week.
Nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, chest pain. These symptoms of a heart attack are rarely as obvious as a freeway sign. During a heart attack, every minute matters. So, know the warning signs. If you experience them, call 911 immediately. And count on the nationally accredited chest pain center at Sky Ridge Medical Center. Sky Ridge Medical Center, your hospital for a lifetime. A nationally accredited chest pain center. Visit SkyRidgeMedicalCenter.net today.